Hi everyone, welcome back to Blue Mile Wave Studio. Today, I will explain how this river hides millions in diamonds. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Beneath these murky waters lies a treasure that changed Africa forever. Before diamonds were discovered, Africa was often seen as a poor continent, the people living in the forest, home to no dreams, hopes, or talents. While this may be true at the time, in recent years Africa has found its way to the global stage: diamonds, gemstones, precious minerals, crude oil, etc. Africa has been successful due to its ancient and stable geology, ideal mineral forming conditions, vast climate and ecological diversity, oil and gas reserves in Nigeria, Angola, and Libya, forestry and biodiversity in the Congo Basin, rich agricultural lands in the Rift Valley and Sahel regions, high concentration of accessible resources, a long history of global resource demand, and many more. This is alluvial diamond mining, where diamonds aren't blasted from rock, but washed free by time, rivers, and fate. In the heart of Africa, this humble gravel holds secrets millions of years old. Alluvial diamonds, those found in riverbeds and ancient floodplains, are nature's way of saying, treasure waits for those who search patiently. But how did we first discover these gems beneath the rivers of Africa? The story begins in 1866, along the dry banks of the Orange River in South Africa, a time when no one imagined that diamonds lay scattered across the African landscape. A 15-year-old farm boy, Erasmus Jacobs, casually picked up a shiny stone while playing near the river on his father's land in Hopetown. That stone was later confirmed to be a 21.25-carat diamond, now known as the Eureka diamond, the very first recorded diamond discovery in South Africa. At first, few believed such a find was possible outside India or Brazil. But just 3 years later, in 1869, another remarkable diamond, an 83.5-carat stone, was found by a shepherd near the same river. Named the Star of South Africa, it sold for 500 sheep, 10 oxen, and a horse. The discovery sparked an uncontrollable diamond rush. Thousands of hopeful prospectors poured into the region, bringing pans, sieves, and ambition. They searched through gravel and dry riverbeds, unaware that they were reshaping the destiny of a continent. This era marked the birth of Africa's diamond industry, turning remote riverbanks into the foundation of a global trade, and revealing that the Earth's most prized stones could be found not deep underground, but hidden in plain sight. Fast forward to the present day, and the techniques may have evolved, but the essence of alluvial diamond mining remains deeply tied to the land and water. Here in the river valleys of Sierra Leone, Angola, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, miners stand waist-deep in muddy waters, chasing the glint of fortune beneath their feet. Beside them, a suction pump hums and roars, sucking up a mixture of gravel, sand, clay, and silt from the riverbed. This slurry is the lifeblood of alluvial operations, the natural remnants of kimberlite pipes eroded over millions of years. These diamonds are known as secondary deposits. Unlike primary kimberlite sources, they've been carried by rivers over vast distances, sometimes hundreds of kilometers, and settled in bends, depressions, or old channels. In these placer deposits, diamonds mingle with quartz, garnet, and other minerals. The goal of the suction pump isn't to extract diamonds directly, but to gather diamond-bearing sediment, which is later sorted using techniques that separate heavier stones from lighter materials. The process relies on simple physics. Diamonds are dense, about 3.5 times heavier than water, so they settle at the bottom during washing and jigging. For many small-scale miners, this is a daily gamble. The muddy water hides everything: danger, disappointment, or discovery. A single stone can mean a week's wages, or a year's. And yet, despite harsh conditions and long hours, miners return again and again. Because in every scoop of riverbed, there's a chance, however slim, that a rare, gem-quality diamond is waiting to be found. This blend of machinery, mineralogy, and human perseverance defines modern alluvial mining. It's not just about pulling diamonds from the earth, it's about reading nature's clues, working with water, and trusting your instincts in the mud. Local miners, often working with basic tools, sift through the gravel with practiced eyes. They are searching for stones with a glint just slightly different from quartz or feldspar. These diamonds, washed from their volcanic source over millions of years, are carried by rivers into ancient alluvial deposits, waiting for someone to spot them. It's hard work, uncertain, but for many, it's a lifeline. Most of these diamonds originally formed 150 kilometers beneath the earth, in kimberlite pipes, volcanic tunnels that carried them toward the surface. Over time, erosion freed the diamonds, letting water transport them across vast distances. That's why you'll find alluvial diamonds in countries like Angola, Sierra Leone, Namibia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Once found, diamonds are sorted by size, clarity, and color. Alluvial diamonds are often well-rounded and high quality, due to their natural tumbling in rivers. Some of the world's most valuable diamonds, like the Hope Diamond and Cullinan, came from early alluvial discoveries. For many miners, the discovery of a single stone means food, school fees, or a chance at a better life. But alluvial mining also faces challenges, environmental concerns, fair labor practices, and the lingering shadows of the blood diamond era. The allure of diamonds, brilliant, rare, and nearly indestructible, has captivated humans for centuries. But it wasn't until the late 19th and early 20th centuries that the need to test and verify diamonds became essential. Before this period, diamond trade operated largely on trust and the trained eye of a dealer. But with the South African diamond rush beginning in 1866, followed by discoveries in India, Brazil, and the Belgian Congo, the global diamond market exploded. The sudden influx of rough stones, and the rising value of gem-quality diamonds, brought with it a serious problem: fraud. Enter the first diamond testing practices, which emerged in the early 1900s, as gemological science began to take shape. The founding of the Gemological Institute of America, GIA, in 1931 marked a turning point. For the first time, gemologists established standardized procedures to distinguish diamonds from imitations like white sapphire, zircon, and spinel. So, what led to testing? Two key factors: the emergence of high-quality diamond simulants, which began circulating in the market and deceiving even seasoned jewelers. The rise of synthetic diamonds, first produced in the 1950s by companies like General Electric, which were chemically identical to natural diamonds, making detection even more difficult. This sparked the need for advanced testing tools, like thermal conductivity testers, ultraviolet fluorescence scanners, and spectrometers, capable of identifying not only fakes but also the origin and treatment history of diamonds. Today, testing is an essential part of the industry. Whether it's confirming the authenticity of a stone, grading its clarity, or determining whether it's lab-grown or natural, diamond testing has become the guardian of trust in a global market worth over $80 billion annually. Because in the world of diamonds, seeing is not always believing. Before a diamond becomes a sparkling centerpiece in a ring, it begins its life as a rough stone, raw, uncut, and often coated in a skin of earth or minerals. But how do miners, dealers, and gemologists know whether a rough stone is actually a diamond? Let's explore the methods used to test rough diamonds, in the field and in the lab. 1. Thermal conductivity portable diamond testers. Handheld thermal testers are commonly used even on rough stones. Diamonds conduct heat extremely well. The device's probe touches the surface of the rough. If heat disappears quickly, the device signals a high likelihood that it's a diamond. However, thermal testers can't always distinguish between diamond and moissanite, so a second method is often needed. 2. Hardness test, the old world method. Diamond is the hardest natural substance on Earth. In field conditions, miners may test a rough stone's hardness by scratching it against corundum or quartz. They also use diamond scratch pen to determine if the stone is a diamond or not. If the stone scratches other materials but isn't scratched itself, it might be a diamond. However, this is not foolproof. Some simulants like moissanite are nearly as hard, and this test can damage the stone. 3. Grease test, the diamond's affinity. Diamonds are hydrophobic, they repel water but cling to grease. This unique property allows for a grease table test. In alluvial or kimberlite mining operations, crushed gravel is washed over a grease-covered surface. While most minerals wash away, diamonds stick to the grease. Even in modern sorting facilities, this technique is still used, especially for small rough stones. 4. UV fluorescence, the glow test. Many rough diamonds fluoresce under ultraviolet light, often glowing blue due to trace nitrogen. This test can help identify natural diamonds, but it's not definitive. Some diamonds don't fluoresce at all, and some synthetic stones can mimic the same glow. Still, it's a helpful supporting test, especially in field sorting stations. 5. Visual inspection. The first glance. The initial test is visual. Experienced diamond sorters can often identify rough diamonds by their unique shapes, commonly octahedral, cubic, or dodecahedral, and their greasy, waxy luster. Rough diamonds typically don't shine like cut stones. Instead, they appear translucent or cloudy, with sharp edges and a dull glow. But appearances can be deceptive. Many other minerals, like quartz, topaz, and zircon, can mimic this look. 6. Electrical conductivity. Moissanite elimination. When thermal testing is inconclusive, electrical conductivity testers are used. Natural diamonds are poor conductors of electricity, while moissanite conducts electricity well. Together, thermal and electrical tests form a reliable way to identify most rough stones in the field. 7. Advanced lab analysis. When certainty is key, for large or high-value rough stones, further testing is done in gemological labs. Spectroscopy, X-ray luminescence, and Raman spectroscopy can confirm if a stone is natural, synthetic, or even treated. Some diamonds contain trace elements or inclusions that tell scientists about their origin, age, and growth environment, even whether they formed deep in earth or in a lab. 8. The fire test. Here's a bold way to test a natural rough diamond, the fire test. Diamonds are forged under intense heat deep within the earth. Because of that, they can withstand extreme temperatures. To perform this test, heat the rough stone with a lighter or torch for about 30 to 60 seconds, then drop it into cold water. If it's real, it won't react, no cracks, no shattering. But if it's a fake, like glass or quartz, it's likely to break due to thermal shock. Warning, this test is risky and not recommended for valuable stones, as it can still cause damage if done improperly. Use it only when necessary, and always with caution. Before a diamond is ever cut or polished, it begins as a rough, unshaped crystal, full of potential but hiding natural flaws. This is where diamond mapping comes in. Advanced laser scanning equipment captures the stone's exact dimensions, identifying internal inclusions, growth lines, and areas of clarity. The data is processed to generate a 3D digital model of the diamond. With this, experts use specialized software to simulate different cutting plans, comparing yield, value, and symmetry. The goal? To extract the most brilliant, valuable gem possible, minimizing waste and maximizing beauty. This step is where science meets artistry. In the early days of diamond cutting, decisions were made by eye, instinct, and decades of experience. Vintage footage shows master cutters studying each rough stone under lamplight, relying on magnifying loupes and grease pencils to sketch potential cuts. But by the 1970s and early 80s, the diamond industry began experimenting with early computers to reduce guesswork. Basic algorithms helped estimate proportions and cutting angles, though the technology was primitive. These early tools laid the foundation for modern diamond planning. It was a pivotal shift, combining human craftsmanship with data-driven insights to improve yield and reduce costly errors in cutting. The invention of the sarin machine in the late 1980s transformed diamond planning forever. Using optical sensors and lasers, the sarin scans every facet of a rough diamond to create a high-resolution 3D model. It accurately measures angles, dimensions, inclusions, and volume, essential data for planning optimal cuts. This digital mapping reveals how many polished stones can be extracted and what shapes will yield the highest value. The software can simulate hundreds of cutting options in seconds, balancing beauty, symmetry, and profit. This technology reduced human error dramatically and made precision cutting a scientific process, not just a skilled art. For centuries, diamond cutting relied on guesswork, a mix of instinct, magnification, and hand-drawn marks on rough stones. Cutters had no way of seeing inside the diamond, often discovering inclusions only after a costly mistake. But with the birth of computerized diamond planning in the 1980s, everything changed. Technologies like the sarin machine introduced laser-based 3D scanning, revealing internal flaws and precise dimensions. This allowed experts to simulate dozens of cutting strategies digitally, choosing the best one for maximum brilliance and value. What was once a blind art became a science, blending craftsmanship with engineering precision to unlock perfection. In the Middle Ages, diamond cutting was virtually impossible. The tools available, bronze chisels, primitive files, and polishing stones, were no match for the hardness of a diamond. Jewelers could only smooth the surfaces of natural octahedral crystals or mount them as is, unshaped. Diamonds were valued for rarity, not brilliance. Without knowledge of facets or reflection, their true optical fire remained hidden. In medieval workshops lit by candlelight, artisans worked with rough, untouched stones using animal hide laps and diamond dust, barely scratching the surface. It wasn't until new innovations emerged in the 15th century that diamonds truly began to shine. In 15th century Bruges, the heart of the Flemish Renaissance, jewelry workshops glowed by candlelight as artisans labored over precious stones. Among them was Lodewijk van Berken, a visionary who changed diamond cutting forever. Using a hand-powered spinning wheel called the scaife, coated with olive oil and diamond dust, he developed the first method to polish diamonds symmetrically. Unlike rough crystals left in natural form, Van Berken's technique revealed a diamond's brilliance through calculated angles. His invention led to the table cut, the first step toward the modern brilliant cut, transforming diamonds from mysterious stones into symbols of light, luxury, and precision. Van Berken didn't just polish diamonds, he revolutionized them. In 1475, he unveiled the first symmetrical facet design, the table cut. It was the first time a diamond was shaped to enhance brilliance, not just size. Fast forward 5 centuries. Diamond cutting had evolved, but it was still labor-intensive and risky. Then came a turning point in 1965. A pair of innovators, Dr. Leon Hirsch and David Goldstein, engineers at the Precision Gem Institute in New York, were experimenting with industrial lasers for gemstone engraving. One night, they tested a co-laser on a flawed diamond fragment, and it sliced clean through. That accidental test became the first documented success of diamond laser cutting, a method that would soon reshape the entire industry. Why choose lasers over traditional cleaving and sawing? 3 reasons: precision, safety, and speed. Lasers allowed cutters to target inclusions, reduce material loss, and create more complex shapes with millimeter-perfect accuracy. Dr. Hirsch and Goldstein's technology was adopted by diamond firms in Israel and India by the late 1970s, and by the 90s, laser cutting had become the global standard. From a hand-cranked polishing wheel in 15th century Belgium to precision lasers in modern cutting labs, diamond shaping has always been driven by one goal: to unlock the hidden brilliance inside Earth's hardest treasure. Every brilliant diamond you see started as a rough, dull crystal, and its transformation into a dazzling gem begins with one critical step: polishing. The process of diamond polishing dates back to the 15th century, and it all began with a Flemish craftsman named Lodewijk van Berken. In 1475, in Bruges, Belgium, Van Berken invented the scaife, a rotating cast iron wheel coated with a mix of olive oil and diamond dust. This breakthrough allowed diamond surfaces to be polished with precision. It was the first time diamonds could be facetted symmetrically, enhancing their sparkle through light reflection. It turned diamonds from raw stones into symbols of light, geometry, and wealth. Today, polishing is done using motorized scaifes, lasers, and AI-assisted machines that guide the cutting and smoothing of each facet. The process involves 3 key stages: blocking the main facets, brillianteering for final detail, and inspection for symmetry and fire. But the heart of it remains the same: polishing a diamond is a blend of science, geometry, and sheer human patience, a craft that began over 500 years ago with one man and a wheel. The final result after hours, days, weeks, and sometimes months of polishing. This is a brilliant emerald-cut flawless diamond. From ancient royalty to red carpet royalty, diamonds have long been a symbol of power, wealth, and elegance. But do you know who the first celebrities were to dazzle the world with diamonds? Or which modern stars are setting the trend today with some of the world's most extravagant diamond jewelry? Let's take a glittering journey through time, from classic Hollywood to the celebrity diamond icons of today. In the early 1900s, diamonds began shifting from royal courts to the big screen. One of the earliest Hollywood stars to make diamonds a signature look was Mary Pickford, the queen of the movies. Often seen wearing diamond brooches and tiaras, she set the stage for diamonds as status symbols in the entertainment world. Then came Marlene Dietrich, a Hollywood rebel who wore her own diamond pieces on screen. She wasn't just borrowing jewels, she owned them. Her favorite? A diamond bracelet from Van Cleef & Arpels. By the 1950s, diamonds were officially a red carpet must. Marilyn Monroe's performance of "Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend" turned her into a diamond icon overnight. The pink satin dress and those sparkling gems made history. And who could forget Elizabeth Taylor, the ultimate diamond queen? From the famous 33-carat Krupp diamond to the historic Taylor Burton diamond gifted by Richard Burton, Taylor's collection was as legendary as her career. Fast forward to today, and the sparkle has only intensified. Let's talk about the celebrities currently owning the diamond game. 1. Beyoncé. Queen Bey has worn over $30 million worth of Lorraine Schwartz diamonds in a single night. She even appeared in the Tiffany & Company campaign wearing the famous 128.54-carat Tiffany yellow diamond, once worn by Audrey Hepburn. 2. Rihanna. Rihanna stunned the world at the Met Gala wearing an $11 million diamond choker by Chopard, followed by an 85-carat Jacob & Company diamond ring at another event. 3. Lady Gaga. Gaga turned heads at the 2019 Oscars in the legendary Tiffany diamond necklace, the same iconic stone worn by Hepburn and Beyoncé. History truly sparkles again. 4. Kim Kardashian. Kim's engagement ring from Kanye West featured a 15-carat cushion-cut diamond by Lorraine Schwartz. She's often seen in custom diamond grills and iced-out chokers. Diamonds have gone beyond Hollywood. In hip-hop and sports culture, they are a symbol of triumph and identity. 1. Jay-Z wears custom Jacob & Company diamond watches and pendants, including a custom-made hub lock covered in diamonds. 2. Drake. Drake's Life is Good video featured his $1.5 million heart-shaped diamond chain, while his custom ring features over 100 carats of flawless diamonds. 3. Floyd Mayweather. Nicknamed The Money, Floyd's diamond collection includes a $18 million Jacob & Company billionaire watch covered in emerald-cut diamonds. Diamonds, unmatched in sparkle, wrapped in legend, and crowned as the king of gems. But why are they considered more luxurious than rubies, sapphires, or emeralds? It's not just their hardness, though they are the hardest natural substance on Earth. It's their rarity, history, and brilliance. Diamonds form under extreme pressure, deep in the earth, and take billions of years to crystallize. In the 20th century, diamonds were elevated to iconic status through marketing campaigns, like De Beers' famous line, "A diamond is forever." That message made diamonds the global symbol of love, wealth, and status. Today, their flawless sparkle, emotional symbolism, and tight supply chain keep them at the top. While colored gems are treasured, diamonds remain the universal signature of luxury and timeless value. Beneath the flowing silence of this river lies a legacy carved in time, raw diamonds born from pressure, hidden in nature's current. From riverbeds to riches, this is more than treasure, it's Earth's untold brilliance. Subscribe to Blue Mile Wave Studio for more stories where beauty, geology, and mystery flow together.
Subscribe for more videos like this.